despite being close personal friends with Truth, admitted that it made perfect business sense to fire him. This was such a tasteless remark.
Oh, what's up? Oh, what's up?
It's Amaj back in another video. Today we're about to be reacting to a WrestleMania video, and it's on WWE exposing themselves in the real way. That is a crazy fucking title. I guess this Unreal WWE, I already let my opinions be known on that Unreal WWE Netflix show. It's just all about exposing the business way too much. I think they shouldn't have went this route, but it ain't my company. I'm just a fan, but let's go.
WWE just exposed itself in the worst way possible. A WWE Unreal Season 2 is officially released, and the reception is less than stellar. Season 1 certainly benefited from a look at the behind-the-scenes landscape at WWE, but when it comes to Season 2, the novelty is officially worn off. Season 2 has done a disservice to WWE.
I'm so sorry. It wore off because it was just the whole mantra behind Cena, retiring and that whole aspect. But like they exposed too much.
As it's exposed WWE's incompetence at the highest level, and fans are collectively baffled at how WWE approved of a series that exposed this utter incompetence. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos. Prelude to Unreal. The central criticism of WWE Unreal is that it goes too far. Unreal shatters kayfabe like never before, but the interesting
Bro
thing
got
about this
old.
is that it isn't the first time in which WWE have been willing to shatter kayfabe in return for content. Beyond the Mat in the late 90s exposed the inner workings of WWE. And whilst WWE did try to distance themselves from the acclaimed documentary, even at one point Vince McMahon didn't want the documentary to air, it was one of the most popular wrestling documentaries of all time, so it was hard to avoid. In the WWE Network era, WWE produced countless documentaries that focused on the behind-the-scenes picture in WWE. Shows such as WWE 24 were highly regarded, but these documentaries mainly focused on specific wrestlers, and we didn't get to see inside the WWE creative department. These documentaries definitely benefited from the wrestler in question, as fans learned more about them as human beings and what motivates them as pro wrestlers. It's just a shame that WWE has moved away from these kinds of documentaries, but this
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that type of shit was fun. The type of shit they're doing right now with this Unreal shit is just way too much. At least you got to know the wrestler and know who they are and just know a little bit more about them. Like there's more deep down than the interviews that go on, and they could just show behind the scenes stuff of them, going through the stuff that they go through. But I don't know, just not feeling
no
it.
denying that WWE have been breaking kayfabe in the form of documentaries way before WWE Unreal debuted on Netflix. So what's the issue? Why is the show so problematic? Well, there are a number of crucial reasons why fans and critics resent the show to such an extent. Oh, you didn't know? WWE Unreal Season 2 exposes a number of WWE names for being totally incompetent at their job. Thankfully, the wrestlers featured in the show mostly come across extremely well, even when they show things going wrong for names such as Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria. The names come across as genuine and relatable, so the show definitely deserves some credit in that department. Where the show completely fails is when writers and producers are featured. Road Dogg, who many fans know for his work in DX, has been a top writer in the company for over a decade. Back in 2016 and 2017, he was head writer for SmackDown, and he can often be found.
Dude, oh my God, I'm getting old. I'm thinking a decade was just oh, I was just a little kid. And then nigga, I'm thinking now, I'm that was 2016, bro. Bro was been retired. Oh, years passing by too fast. Enjoy your life in the present, man. It just goes by too fast.
Arguing with fans on social media, as fans wanted to know why the product was underwhelming, and fans were quick to share photos of half-empty arenas. Road Dogg was also the head writer for SmackDown last year, a time period in which fans absolutely loathed the SmackDown product. The show was uninspiring, flat, and felt copy and pasted. Road Dogg is heavily featured in WWE Unreal 2, and he comes across so unbelievably bad that fans are calling him to be replaced. In one episode of the show, Road Dogg couldn't give Triple H an answer when he asked who Chelsea Green would work with if she took back the women's US title from Zelina Vega last year. He literally responded with, I don't know. WWE is supposed to be the most creative, successful pro wrestling company in the world, and they're giving a man that has zero ideas the keys to the kingdom. Road Dogg is also heavily featured in the episode focused on R-Truth, and Triple H was baffled by R-Truth's pitch to have Truth have his head shaved. The DOGG would then admit that he's been hesitant to pitch, as in his words, everything is horrible and the shit. It's concerning that WWE left this footage in, as it makes the lead writer of SmackDown look completely ridiculous. It's hardly a surprise that fans are calling for a change in leadership when it comes to that particular show.
Jeez, no wonder this nigga's getting flack, bro. They getting way too real with this kind of shit, man. Like, if you're gonna like show some stuff, at least cut some stuff out. I know that defeats the purpose of the unrealness, but dude, you making this nigga look like a fucking total idiot. And that's why a lot of people are calling him out online for him to just get out of the damn creative spot. Hell, it even seemed like he's not even up for that shit.
Oh, the truth element of the series was also a total mess, as the idea of turning someone's WWE departure into a documentary is certainly questionable, but there was a ton of gaslighting going on, both from Road Dogg and Triple H. Road Dogg, despite being close personal friends with Truth, admitted that it made perfect business sense to fire him. This was such a tasteless remark. Weirdly, WWE would then cut to names such as Cody Rhodes, who stated that firing such a beloved name is a no-go for the company. Why couldn't Road Dogg or Triple H make a comment like this? Once again, it's the wrestlers who are coming across as having the brains, and it's the writers and producers who look completely heartless. Road Dogg is evidently a name that remains employed due to his established relationship with Triple H, but it's clearly offering nothing new, nothing exciting, and has clearly lost his love for the industry. A change of guard needed. The WWE has numerous names backstage that have been in position for years. For instance, Michael P.S. Hayes produces the majority of WWE main events, but Unreal Season 2 exposed him for having an outdated mindset, and fans are quite rightly calling out a number of his comments for being totally backwards. In one scene, Hayes was seen condemning Naomi for walking out of the company 4 years ago. Bear in mind, since this infamous walkout, Naomi has been world champion for the promotion. So what is the logic of burying a top star? Additionally, the walkout occurred during the old era of WWE, so it's not like it made the current regime look bad. If anything, all it did was make WWE have this bizarre power complex over their talent. One specific comment from Hayes that fans are talking about comes when he
Cause like this nigga just has that old Vince McMahon type of thing about him. He's still stuck on the old era. I guess you just can't change like old like folks' brain.
discusses Chelsea Green. Green has been a firm fan favorite since the WWE return 3 years ago, but for whatever reason, Hayes decided to outright bury her. Chelsea is so entertaining, but she's not built for, nor should she be in the Charlotte Flair role or Tiffany Stratton, because Chelsea's job
Why?
is to help make those people. Why can't Green be in the main event role? She's as over as a woman Hayes mentioned, so what is even the issue here? Is Hayes
Old
claiming
head
that his
ass
wrestling
take.
ideology is that once a
Old head ass take right there. Chelsea Green is fucking talented. I seen what she's been doing for this past year. She's been carrying the undercard, honestly. And I'm surprised y'all haven't moved her up to that position yet to just literally, be at least try to be a world champion, at least, be number one contender. Yeah, like she's clearly trusted enough to be that. Yeah, put the US title back on her because Julia's title reign fucking sucked. But her title run has been entertaining. Yeah, they recently put it back on Julia, but she's still like one of the most entertaining parts of fucking SmackDown to me.
wrestler is hired for a specific role, their current plans cancelled. One of the more exciting elements of the show focuses on scrap creative plans. These are usually found thanks to eagle-eyed viewers who spot plan matches in the background on whiteboards. The frustrating thing about this is that some of the initial pitches for the calendar year are more exciting than we actually got. Braun Breaker vs Roman Reigns was initially set for SummerSlam. This is a match that everyone
That would have been
wanted,
awesome.
but WWE didn't deliver it. Other matches included Rhea Ripley vs Julia in the Queen of the Ring final, and the return of the Demon Finn Balor vs Dirty Dom at SummerSlam. Now let's be fair, plans change all the time in WWE, but when these scrap matches get fans excited for what could have been, maybe it's a sign that the original pitch was much better. With that being said, the show revealed that numerous pitches are thrown out there and not all of them have any value. Even when discussing Pat McAfee vs Gunther at Backlash 2025, WWE exec Bruce Pritchard outright suggested that McAfee defeat the former world champion. That's right, the part-time color
What?
commentator defeating one of the most credible names in the company. What is the logic with this claim? How on earth would Gunther bounce?
All right, nigga. I got my gripes with Gunter. I keep saying Gunter. I mean, I got my gripes with Gunther, but like that was a old head, weird, dumb take. Why the fuck would that ever create no? I mean, some type of like controversy. That would be making them boo like WWE. Like he's booed right now because like people like see him as a person that retired John Cena, but like that's good momentum. But like, if they had him get beat by like a commentator, that would be crazy. I'm not saying Pat McAfee can't go in the ring, but like an established talent like Gunther getting beat by him, oh God, I'm glad there's so many other people in that room to like stop them from making that choice.
Back from being defeated by a commentator? It just made no sense whatsoever. In their minds, it was just a quick shock that would be quickly forgotten. But no, this is Gunther. This would be damaging to his whole character. Two worlds collide. For those fans who don't want to be further exposed to the WWE kayfabe shattering world of 2026, it's unfortunately unavoidable. On Raw and SmackDown Weekly, there are numerous plugs throughout the show for the series, and these plugs come across awkward more than anything. Another flaw is that WWE tends to plug the show after delivering a major angle on TV. This means that WWE will inform the audience that what they've seen is completely fake, and they can find
Oh
all
my
about this via
God.
WWE Unreal. This is insulting as a viewer, and it's impossible to get lost in the magic of pro wrestling, and WWE already had the habit of telling the audiences that the show was scripted before Unreal Season 1 debuted live.
Yeah, you already got people outside of wrestling that already say WWE's fake. Yeah, we know, but we like being fans and we like to just get lost in the wrestling and we just like the the stories, the everything. But like if they got this and keep on going with this type of shit, it just ruins the magic, my nigga. I have never seen this before. I mean, when I learned pro wrestling was kind of fake when I was a kid, it kind of clicked in my brain. I'm like, cool, but I still love wrestling. But with them kind of just saying this online and in the middle of the broadcast, kind of plugging this shit, it just makes it just seem so fake. Like you got like a dude and another dude in a blood feud, and you could just go, oh yeah, watch this on WWE Unreal. How we put together. Look how angry they look. Look how angry they fakely look. Like, come on, bruh.
WWE and TKO want to move away from detailing the inner work. This is for new viewers, but that doesn't also make sense either. Not a single rational person is going to watch a behind-the-scenes documentary about an art form that they aren't even a fan of. It's like somebody watching a behind-the-scenes documentary of a movie they've never even watched before, so it just makes little sense. The show has led to a surge of interest in the product. It's not led to an increase of ratings for Raw or SmackDown. So again, what's the point? WWE is shattering kayfabe in favor of what? Patting themselves on the back? Unfortunately, Season
Yeah.
3 has been commissioned and will drop later this year. Hopefully the new series focuses on the triumphs of the talent themselves rather than exposing the WWE creative team for their bizarre and outdated mindset. What do you guys think of WWE?
What I think about this WWE Unreal shit, I think it should have never been made. Like I seen, and he provided the information of like all these 24-hour WWE things that didn't really expose all the business, and then didn't expose like all the inner workings like that, and wasn't like really heavily promoted throughout the show. At least they did a good job behind it. This WWE Unreal shit just kind of just exposes everything and makes people look stupid backstage, like this nigga Road Dogg. Like, I really don't think he should be in that position anymore. I don't think he should get fired, but like, just move him somewhere else. He seemed like he doesn't want to be in there either. The lack of attitude and the lack of confidence in himself. He seemed like he's just over it. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. But this WWE Unreal shit is just not it. But if you guys enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Go check out WrestleMania, and I'm out.